Hello everyone, this is Cal, and today we're going to be reviewing a new Hunter exotic helmet that just barely released with the Destiny 2 Warmind DLC, the Wormhusk Crown. It's obtained at the end of the main campaign, finish speaking with Anna Bray on Mars, and when you see the blue Warmind symbol at the tower, Commander Zavala will have this nifty exotic waiting for you to pick up. Let's go over the mechanics of the crown first, and then I'll give my 2 cents in how it performs in the wild. The flavor text of the crown reads, "We strive to know infinity and sharpen our minds in the whetstone of the impossible." Super cryptic, but there you go. The main perk is called Burning Souls. Dodging begins health regeneration, and you also get a small boost of health when dodging. The small boost is actually quite generous, around the same amount as the crest of Alpha Lupi when the Titans pop their shields. Unlike the Lupi, however, your health continues to recover afterward. I suspected that the recovery stat would factor into these effects, so I tested recovery values 1 through 8 and compared them all side by side at the same time. Why not 0, 9, and 10, you ask? Well, 0's out because the crown gives +1 recovery, and exotic armor is not rerollable as of the making of this video. And in the short amount of time between Warmind's release and now, I only have gear that can be rolled and modded to make a sum of 1 through 8. I'm sure that 9 and 10 are indeed possible to achieve with some obscure gear, but considering how difficult it was just to get a Hunter up to 8 recovery, I'm frankly too impatient to waste all my glimmer getting recovery mods at the gunsmith. Deal with it. When comparing stats side by side, recovery clearly does change the speed at which the crown recovers your health. Additionally, upon playtesting in the Crucible, I discovered the crown offers some additional benefits. That is, you'll be able to tank a remarkable amount of damage if you manage to dodge at the right time. I was able to survive a direct hit from a Sunbreaker hammer while dodging, indicating that if you time it just right, your recovery somehow overrides hitting 0 for the kill. As far as which recovery stat is best, in competitive games like first-person shooters, milliseconds often make the difference between win and a loss. So by all means, ramp up that recovery stat as high as you like. On the other hand though, in the gameplay that I chose to display in the background to sample the husk, I was running 9 mobility, 2 resilience, and only 3 recovery. I personally enjoy the benefits gained from high mobility, and I didn't feel like my low recovery hindered me. In fact, I felt more free to allocate points elsewhere because the husk provides an instant buff to health on a whim. As such, my recommendation would be to either put all your eggs in the mobility basket, or at least split evenly between mobility and recovery. Why not resilience? This is because either resilience values, health values, or both were changed in the Go Fast update, making resilience less important to spec into. If you'd like to learn more about what that is and what resilience value is the new best, I recommend checking out Drewski's video on the topic. After all that said, how does this exotic rank? It's easily top tier in both PvP and PvE activities. In fact, I dare say it's close to being broken in the Crucible. It's perhaps not quite as broken as Gemini Gestures and Invis used to be, but the crown is incredibly strong. It works on any Hunter subclass, but it's perhaps best paired with the damage-tanking lightning reflexes found on Way of the Wind. Don't be surprised to see a full squad of 4 Way of the Wind Arcstriders rocking this in both ranked and trials. I've already run into numerous teams this weekend doing just that. There may be some out there already calling for a nerf on this helmet, but from my perspective, it's the same situation as the Vigilance Wing. They're both powerful tools relative to their alternatives. Thankfully, Vigilance Wing got some serious competition with the launch of Warmind, but I find it a tad disappointing that Warlocks and Titans weren't shown the same amount of love with their new exotics this time around. Hopefully the exotic armor tuning pass this summer will address the relative imbalance. The flip side to this argument is that hunters will have to give up other powerful options in favor of the crown, probably the most obvious being the very popular Stompies, not to mention the new Frosties that also released this week, which also appear to be very powerful, but I haven't had a chance to give them a test run just yet. So yeah, finish the story and go pick this baby up. You can't go wrong. That's going to do it for this exotic review. I hope you found it useful. This has been Cal. Have a good one. That is pretty soon.
You were already talking shit.